Okay, sorry about being interrupted before. Mass love to everyone I've ever known, family included. They just don't understand me, but I don't need to wait anymore to be understood. So, time. Today we're going to talk about time being physical. So, time is physical. So, it's hard to understand that because we only ever live in our own perception of time. So, to understand that it's physical and relative would require a second perspective to test it from. This is a problem with reality, and you could even talk about parallel universes being kind of impossible to test scientifically because we're only ever in the one that we're in. So if there's another parallel universe where this video is a different conversation and who you're watching it with is a different person, you can't test it unless there would be some sort of communication in between these parallel universes. So if there would be some sort of parallel universe communication, so that leads back to the fact that time being both absolute and relative. So from the perspective of one thing, so if you want to call that God or the thing on top of space, the ultimate observer of quantum reality, if you want to talk about that in terms of that being viewed as one. So for the ultimate observer, it's a one reality, one absolute time. There's no, I wouldn't even say there's speed of light. Speed is a relativistic notion. So speed is relativistic, distance is relativistic. These are all relative notions where you need a comparison to compare it to. I don't think the universe has limits. I think that from what we know it's infinite. So to say that there's a comparison, you need two things to understand something. You need perspectives, you need different points of view. If you are engulfed in your own point of view, you become the thing. So if you become God and you believe that, God will allow you to believe that, and then you could become the devil. And if you keep going away from God, then you black hole. This is my metaphorical way to describe spirituality to scientists that are so full of themselves that they write things on Twitter like quantum physicists have debates on whether quantum math is as real as atoms or just like a tool to predict phenomena. As real as atoms that become probability waves of non-existent as real as that. The more you zoom in. Anyway, so time being physical is affected by gravity. Time is now. Okay, focus. This is heavy doc. So linking quantum and classical is being missed in the world because of gravity. So there's inconsistencies within the theories of quantum gravity and classical gravity, but look, gravity exists. So does quantum, right? So quantum is the study of very micro things, so very like zoom in. But hey, look, a bug. So once you start to act on your consciousness in a zoomed in kind of way, it has to hit. But that's the same as like anything, right? So a lot of people get into positions like that in their life and they're like, because it goes both ways. So if you're doing that with a relationship with a person, with a work relationship, with a family relationship, whatever you use, there's an equal reaction going back all the time, whether you realize it or not. But if you wanna, you could take advantage of this if you know it, both as being the person that's doing it. You can't get away from the fact that you're doing it, but you could, when you see it coming to you, if you see some shit that you don't fuck with coming towards you, you don't have to fight it. You could swerve it, or just move out of the way, and then it's just there sitting in space for other people to realize. So if you see a douchey move or a fuckery coming your way, you could just kind of like do your own little style of just kind of like, but you don't have, like, don't overpoint it. It's already there. Like, it's already sitting in its fuckery. I'm being vague as fuck. Anyways, quantum. So my philosophy, until proven true, my theory of consciousness is that thoughts are physical, and quantum gravity. Quantum gravity. Why is it? So I think that when you hoard information, intangible information, not like on a computer, like just you're hoarding it in a space and physical space-time, it gets heavy. I think it literally gets heavy, and I think it could literally affect gravity if you do not share it. I think that this could create a black hole, because you're storing power and you're hoarding it. And so that's exactly what a black hole is. It's gravity. A black hole is gravity to the point that, like everything else, every other law, physical law of the universe breaks down, and gravity is the only thing left. And it just, light and time can't escape. So it's interesting because it makes you realize that, like, maybe you're kind of a black hole. Like, doesn't light enter your eye and not escape? Doesn't time, isn't it gone? Aren't these first 7 minutes gone? So I would say the event horizon is that present moment horizon. Now your memories and your past are still real, like tattoos, life, 2015, 1988, 1908, 1605, every fucking year you want to say, 3.4 billion years ago, life on Earth, potentially 14 billion years ago, the universe was always now. But because time is physical, and because consciousness affects time, I guess you could kind of say the flux capacitor makes time travel possible. I guess Robert Zemeckis and Bob Gale already said that. And I think they also said when this hits 88, we're going to see some crazy shit. And I think they also said that, is there something wrong with the Earth's gravitational pull in the future? And I think they also said this is heavy, doc. And I think they went back to the future in the year 2015. Einstein said art, religion, and science are all branches of the same tree. But you know who was better than him? Tesla. And you know what's... I don't even know why I'm scratching my mustache. What's scary about that is that we're not taught him in school. That I went through the university system in North America, and I graduated with fucking honors, and I did not hear and I took physics in CJEP, and I never heard of Tesla once. His name was not mentioned once, and I took like electricity and magnetism, and that's fucked up. Okay, so it's fucked up because he kind of like it was the most enlightened person, I think, in the past. I would say better than Jesus and Mohammed and Gandhi and Buddha combined, because I could plug this iPhone in to Tesla's work, but not really into Jesus's work. Anyways, and we don't even learn about him. He pioneered a lot of things with radio. He pioneered a lot of things with wireless communication. He pioneered a lot of things with electricity. And I guess his problem was that he was very enlightened to the point of not valuing money as much as the people that valued it at the time. and apparently he had free energy ideas. You know, it's a crazy idea, but when someone has a track record of like 20 years of creating real shit for humanity and real inventions that work, when he says, let's make this free energy machine, and the capitalistic people are too afraid of change and too afraid of losing control or something, say, how are we going to make money on your free energy machine? And Tesla's like, bro, if we got free energy, forget money. Forget money. We have free energy. Abundant, forever. Unlimited quantities all over the place, readily available at the fucking snap of a finger. We missed that boat. That's done. It's in the past. We're 2015 right now. I would like to say that if it's real, I would like to be a part of making it happen, if it's possible. But if it's possible, I should be able to make it happen without help. But I think I'd rather some help. Time. Tesla, money. Money. I view money as a system that made us get to freedom faster. I think the goal of life from the beginning was to evolve. I think it's still our goal. I think we're still evolving. I think the point is to get better. I think that money was to increase the efficiency in that. We used to trade horses for fucking cow shit and like, you know, rocks for fucking whatever, and it was just trade. And I was like, hey, sometimes you have a chicken, I have a horse, but I kind of want to get that fucking piece of wood. But like, you need a horse, I need a piece of wood. So here's this fucking coin. This coin, it means nothing to me or you. It's just a fucking coin. I cannot do anything with this coin. I can't shove it up my ass. I can't eat it. I can maybe shove it up my ass, but inherently it has no value apart from the thing that I'm gonna get for it. So all it was invented for was to increase the machine that is humanity. Now I would argue that when we missed the boat in 06 or 08 or whatever it was with Tesla, when we missed the boat of getting free energy because of the money invention, I think we forgot why we invented it. It's difficult to say that, but I think it's true. I think we have to have a long look in the mirror of ourselves, of humanity, of money, of this thing called life, and we have to ask ourselves, if money can't buy free energy, then it's really useless. I kind of want to go until my iPhone dies or ends. Time, black holes, consciousness, gravity, quantum gravity. Linking them. Gravity waves. I would argue that at a certain point, if you fuck with quantum reality in a sense, if you're doing a lot of work in the quantum reality zone, and I think that you could reach physical limits where you could start to see measurable ripples in space-time, aka fluxes. I think that high frequency oscillations create measurable ripples in space-time, which create a flux, which doesn't necessarily affect time travel, but in a way it does, because I think that time is an illusion. I think that we're just here right now. I think that we're always here right now. I think that this has always been the way it is. I think that the acknowledgement or the realization of this worldwide would create some sort of magnificent event. I think that many people have known this before me. I think that many people have tried to paint that to the world, but I think that we're the first to have this kind of interconnection between us in real time, pretty much, and in like high def, and like clear as fuck, and like real as fuck. So I think that if we would come to that realization as humans, just of the now, just of this being now, two things. One of it being now, always today, and tomorrow doesn't exist, and two of it being shared, and of really not really needing money to do something like this. That's, I guess, a third, but whatever. If these things were connectedly realized, we could have a new world tomorrow. Now, back to like the JP Morgan and Tesla story. The ones that have power and control right now, like this controlling hand, wouldn't necessarily want free energy, because then they'd be like, oh, well, I'm not going to have the luxurious life that I have right now. And it's like, no, you idiot, it would be way better. But they don't know. They literally don't know. So I'm okay to make money until we have free energy. I'm more than okay with that. So thanks for watching. I will try to stick to science only, or spirituality only, or art only. I will try to somehow kind of stick into these predefined boxes that don't exist. Infinity, forever, limitless? Sorry about my tone. I've been told that my tone or how I do things is fucked up, but I would argue that I'm not independent from my surrounding environment. I would think that there is no lines between me and you right now, and the fact that I'm communicating to you right now proves that. But I mean, if you study a bit of physics, you will realize that there are no divisions, matter, like whatever. But I don't want to say things that you could learn by yourself. And that'll be enough for today. It was fun talking to you. Camera, iPhone. Reality. Okay, I'll end it with a little shot of the Montreal snow and street. This is a Italian-Canadian flag, but I'm Canadian, born and raised. My parents were born in Italy, but those are just another unreal line. Culture and bringing up is important, but the nationalistic lines is illusion. Hey, can I put you on camera and give you a hug? Can we give a hug?
Yeah, of course I can do that.
Naki, you want to come? Like, it's like the picture, but it's just